Hey there everybody, it's Atherbeeristan back here with some more SevTech Ages. I haven't done a whole lot between episodes this time. I'm trying to get some grass up the stairs here. It's going to be a minute and it's going to be a mess in the meantime, but I want to put some sheep over here in this area, get them tucked away, out of the way, and then we'll just have a steady supply. The only thing I'm wondering is, where do I put a pig totem? To figure that out, but it's not going to look horrible. Also figured out that the pig totems didn't work in the garden, so I just took them out because they were looking kind of hokey. So now we just have the little ocelot totems, and it looks a lot better. And maybe now I can maybe I'll just put some like normal sized trees in here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this area. I want to put something else here. It looks kind of plain, but I don't know what yet. I made a bunch of bread. We should grab that. Harvested the wheat a couple of times. Got almost a stack of bread. Got some fruit and some vegetables and some grains all ready to go. What we're really missing is protein. We don't have any leftover meat. And as far as I know, we don't have anything to cook. Oh, we might have something in here though. Oh yeah, look at all that meat. Nom nom nom. So we got our food groups covered. Oh, and lots of potatoes too. Darklands oak wood. Let's get rid of you. I was doing a little bit of building up top, just a couple of blocks here and there to kind of round things. I don't know what I want to do for a roof, so I'm kind of stalling. I'm hemming and hawing. I also don't know how high I want to make this thing ultimately. Like, that's as far as it needs to go up for the buffalo, but we could go up another floor or two maybe and put some other things up there. I don't know, at that point it gets tedious to climb up and down. With that all out of the way, I think we have everything we need. This isn't going to be very exciting if I'm being honest, but it's going to take a minute to load that probably. Or do I have to shift right click? Okay, this is the first time I've ever seen this happen. Typically when you spawn into the beneath, it puts you in a chamber, just a little room that holds your portal. So this is high danger. Let's go back. Let's prepare a different set of we're going to need a bunch of blocks. I just want to wall that whole thing in and then work our way out. I don't want to do anything dangerous in the beneath because I think the mobs have more health there, and if you're in darkness it kills you, and it's just, yeah, it's kind of awful. So let's grab some more blocks, a couple stacks of cobblestone, and also let's make a plumb line. Bolt of string. We need a spindle, which is 3 sticks, and a rock. Okay. So we need 6 sticks, our string, and a rock. I think I've got a rock laying around in the yard here. I'll take that one. Because we're going to need to track our depth. It hasn't really mattered up until now, but I think it's about to matter. Rock. Probably a good idea to take that with us. Oh, and it gave us our spindles back. How handy. I wonder if we need those for anything else ever. Seems kind of unlikely. Let's check real quick with our advancements and see if it tells us. It says top of the caves for aquamarine, bottom of the beneath for black quartz, so it doesn't really give us elevations. But we can at least know where we are. Okay, I think we're ready for this now. this before we start getting mobbed on. I just don't want to take any chances. This is a place where we could easily die if we do something stupid or foolhardy. And it's not a dangerous place unless you do those things, so let's just avoid that. And just real quick and not die, that's the plan. Now, theoretically, this cave could be a great shortcut. Like, we don't have to tunnel up and down if we just use the cave, and maybe we make that work. But I'm not taking any chances here. It's a hardcore run, and I just want to be, like, halfway smart about any of this. That gives us a home base, at least, where we can hide if we need to. Oh, there's black quartz right there. What do you know? What do you know about that? I mean, that's what we need more than anything to do today. The aquamarine is not super important. So, but we're going to need more than just a couple of these, unfortunately. It must mean we're near the bottom, and they come in really small veins. Let's make sure there's nothing else hiding here. There sure isn't. Alright, can we see anything else? Immediately exposed. Oh yeah, that's standing in the darkness kills us. That's the, yep, high danger. Hello, Zombert. Yeah, look at him with all those hit points. Double hit points. All the mobs, oh, there's some more. All the mobs have double hit points. This would be enough to get us our living sword, our sentient sword. We only need 2 for that. Oh, yep, dark, it's dark. Hello. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay, let's see what we can see from here. If there's any more immediately. Oh, you know what? We need these mushrooms. Can't remember what for, but I remember just the other day I was thinking, man, if I just had some mushrooms. Collect them. A few of them anyway. It's very mellow here. I was expecting a lot more mobs. Where are they? Oh, they're out there. Okay, I see them. We can avoid attracting their attention. That's just a, oh, it's supposed to be a stalagmite. I get it. Alright, all of that said, what I think I'm going to do is actually just strip mine. So I think I want to build a safe passage, like so. And then we're just going to strip mine for black quartz. It's going to be super exciting, and you guys will be glad you came. Okay, there's our strip mine. We are now safe, theoretically, from all problems having to do with the beneath. All of that said, strip mining is super dull. So now that we've seen it, let's part ways here and meet up later. All right. I filled up my inventory. I got 25. It's not very much. I was planning to go through all my... No, 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 what's going on? Oh no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Oh. Oh. Hell. Buddy, what? Ooh, that was almost the end, boyos. That was almost it. Holy crap. Wow. Apparently, I need to find a better place for that portal. Because holy smokes. Ooh, I didn't even know what to do for a second there. I was like, oh my god, we're just dead. And then I was like, no, wait, we can break blocks. It's possible to live through this. Holy crap. That's not the thing. It took forever to break that block, too. Okay, well, golly. It wouldn't bring me back on top of this thing? That's crazy. Alright, well, we got 25. What do we have to do to this? We have to grind it and then probably smelt it, right? I'm guessing. Okay, grind and smelt. This grass is not going very fast. Grind. I was going to wait for that to finish and then come back, but I think instead we can work on our sheep pens. We're going to need some fencing, and I think we'll just stick with the darkwood oak because that's the motif. So let's grab some sticks. Hopefully that's enough. This is the design that I worked out way, way, way back. So each one of these little two dirt patches is going to be a sheep pen. And then in order to keep them from devouring all the grass, we will also put dirt here. I was just using this to measure it out. So we've got 5 pens or 4 pens, and I think that's going to be enough. Like we could try to cram some in at the ends and like maybe under the stairs or something, but that seems kind of awkward. So I think we will not do that. I should, well, no, it'll be fine. I can shear them upstairs. Can I not pick you up? Is it because I have something in my offhand? I think that's what it is, yeah. You need 2 hands to carry a sheep. That's the theory anyway. And then when we are ready to shear them, we can just stand underneath this fence and run along with our shears. And when I originally built this design, I had 2 sheep of every color, or maybe it was just 1. I think I had a sheep of every color. It was a vanilla skybox, so getting a sheep of every color was quite an accomplishment. And then I had a couple of separate areas where I had sheep that I would dye different colors because I was selling wool on the server. It was pretty lucrative, actually. People paid me a lot to make wool for them. Like, I need 300 blocks of pink wool for a build, and I'd be like, you got it. Let's grab some more dirt. was, what was that server even called? I can't remember. I ended up getting banned from the server. I'm still salty to this day because I spent money on that server and they gave me zero consideration for that. Because what happened was, I'm gonna air my dirty laundry. I'm gonna air my grievances in public here. What happened was, I started a skyblock island and I spent weeks. When I get into something, like, that's all I do. I obsess obsessively. And so I spent weeks building out this huge island, and I had a mob spawner, and I had a village, like just getting villagers in vanilla skyblock. There's no villages. You can't just go and get villages, so you've got to do the weakness potion golden apple thing, which is a whole tedious process in and of itself just to get those things. So I had villagers, I had an iron farm, I had all of that, going in vanilla. And somebody came to my island. They were like, hey, let me check out your island, because I kept talking about it in the chat. I'm like, oh yeah, I got this, I got that, it's so cool, it's awesome, it's badass. And they came to my island, and apparently because I had built outside of like the allowable space, the claim on my island broke. And so they just started taking all my stuff out of my chests and like teleporting away and then coming back, and I couldn't stop them because they had set a home in my base, and it's like, what do I do? So I just ended up losing a bunch of stuff, and I complained to the server owner, and he was like, well, if it's unclaimed, then that's what happens, la la la, like, nothing we can do about it. So I was like, okay, son of a bitch. So I had to cancel my island and like start a brand new island, because that one was never going to have claim protection. So all my village spawn, all of that went away. And so I went through it all over again. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a new island, and this time I'll stay within the boundaries and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And I spent months again working on the island, and my wife came and played with me, and we did all of that, and then we paid money to obtain the fly command, because that was something that they did. And so we went and flew through the void. They give you creative flight, so we used it. We flew out and we found abandoned islands all over the place. Usually just the starter skyblock with the little patch of dirt people would load in and never play it again. There's just an island that got created in their name. And when their claim expired after whatever 30 days, you could go out there and mine the dirt. And so that's what we did. And then one day we came across a great big island, and we're like, wow, this place isn't claimed. We can just take whatever we want. Can you guess what happened? Can you guess what happened? That's right. Dude came back to his island and was like, hey, this is my island. Here's the kicker. This is the kicker, okay? Dude's like, this is my island. And we're like, oh, we're so sorry. We didn't know it was your island. It wasn't claimed. Here's all your stuff back, plus some extra, because I don't know what I took. Like, just here, have a bunch of glass and some wool and, all kinds of crazy stuff. Just accept my apologies. Guess what happened? I got banned for stealing stuff. Fuck you guys. I'm so pissed about that. Even today, not that it would matter, like, there's no way I'd even be playing on that server anymore, like, it's not that important, but I'm just pissed because, again, like I was saying in a previous episode, like, when the rules don't work, I want to know what the rules are, and then I want the rules to work. And when the rules don't work, then it bothers me. And so the fact that, some guy can come to my island and just steal all my stuff, and then when I do the same thing to someone else, the consequences are completely different. It's like, son of a bitch. I hate that crap. It's not the first time, or the last time probably, that I've been banned from a server for no just reason. I used to admin for a server, and I got banned from that server because of a misunderstanding, and it was just like, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I had permission to do what I was doing, but somebody else that wasn't in the conversation decided that I didn't have permission to do what I was doing and banned me. So I was just like, I don't know. It's just dumb. Let's move this. I'm hoping that if we don't move it too far, and it won't change the location of the portal. I think for now I'm just gonna stick it up here. Let's see if we go through. You need to be, oh, I need to be at the same Y level. Well, that's interesting. Because I wasn't, it was in the floor and I was standing up above it. What happens if I jump? No. Crikey. Okay. Feels kind of dumb. Let's just put it right here. See what happens. Does it take us to our same portal? Nope, sure doesn't. Sure doesn't. Just moving it those couple of blocks changes everything. Okay. Well, I can figure that. Well, crap. Well, I'm gonna post it and we're gonna start over. Delete world. Crap. What a stupid way to die.